now, this is going to be a lot of fun. I think we're going to toss it out to Bethany, who's at the Placer County Fairgrounds. It's the All-American Speedway, I do believe, and they've got her suited up to go driving in a sprint car. Oh, look at that.
Good morning, you guys. We are taking over the All-American Speedway here in Roseville this morning. I've got Dan running after us. Woo! Oh, thanks, Kerry.
Got yourself a chauffeur.
Okay, let's go ahead and stop. Okay, thanks for that. I want to introduce you to, first of all, this is Kerry. He is the pit crew chief, and we're going to head over to Tony Hunt. He's been doing this since he was 5 years old, and I want him to tell you a little bit about why what he does is really unique, because I know out here at the raceway there are, or the Speedway rather, there are a lot of races that happen, but this one that's coming up on Saturday, it's pretty special.
Yeah, it's our third visit to the All-American Speedway here in Roseville. We have a traveling series that travels all over the western United States, so it's exciting for the fans, the local fans, especially me being from Lincoln, to see the sprint cars race. And these are exciting cars, over 800 horsepower on a little racetrack like this. It makes for a really exciting race.
Now, this car, what you saw us doing when we were coming in, he actually had to have the car pushed either by a quad, a four-wheeler, or by another truck, and that's because of the type of car this is. It's called a sprint car. Tony, give us a little bit of background information on what the sprint car does.
Well, a sprint car doesn't have a transmission in it, so you actually have to manually start the vehicle. You put it into gear, turn on the fuel, and then pop the ignition switch. So we try to minimize the amount of weight. These are only 1,300-pound cars with 800 horsepower, so no transmission, all direct drive, and a lot of horsepower.
And you're just flying around the track. How fast do you go in this?
You know, on this little racetrack here, we run over 100 miles an hour. This is the fastest race car that I ever see, the All-American Speedway here in Roseville, so it's an exciting event with a lot of race cars out here. It makes for some really cool action.
And we're going to get to see you actually whipping around this track in just a little bit, right?
Oh, you bet. We're going to get her warmed up and give you some laps.
All right, you guys. And the thing that's really interesting about the US Auto Club, which is what is putting on this race coming up on Saturday that Tony Hunt is a part of, this is really how a lot of great NASCAR greats have gotten their start, like Jeff Gordon and Tony Stewart. They got their start participating in the US Auto Club, just like Tony Hunt's doing.
Hey, Bethany, I am sitting here with my jaw dropping. I have actually driven a car not nearly as impressive as that around that racetrack, and folks cannot appreciate how small that oval is. And he said they're getting up to 100 miles an hour on that thing?
It's jaw-dropping. Yeah, he said 100 miles per hour. And if Dan would just spin around to show you, it's not a very big race.
Yeah, that's just remarkable. Absolutely amazing. I look forward to watching him zoom around the track later on this morning.
Do you just keep your wheel turned to the left a little bit, Paul? How does that work?
Well, there's little teeny straightaways, but we'll see that later. We lost our audio, but that'll be great. All right, a major controversy this morning over a popular type of drink, why people are so hyped up and what this